Well, I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer on Memorial Day, but things just got really bad. I mean, so bad that I actually filmed a video on Memorial Day. So thank you to everyone who served, including me, but I don't count. I was just a screw off and I barely was able to protect the petrodollar. While all my friends were heading over to Iraq, I'm like, I think I'll take Vandenberg Air Force Base. The waves are way better over there. Before I forget, because I always do, it's Memorial Day, run a sale, Bravo, $199, whatever course you want. I would highly recommend options and futures. If you are broke, do futures. If you have some money, do options. If you're brand new, do my brand new AI $1 million course for $299, and you get my bear market course. But talking about instability and the commander-in-chief, and he just said, now this is just a starting story, you guys. I have so much. We got to talk about Japan's bond market. You thought that carry trade was fun. You haven't seen nothing yet. And for the comments in the comment section, because I read everyone, where they're like, you're an idiot. The stock market's up 0.34 after hours, and you say it's going to go down. What a fool. Well, hey, skater boy underscore 420 underscore 69, you're probably like 75 years old. Listen to me. In after hours, just FYI, there's no volume. That means no one's trading paper. But anywho, I'll get to the stock market in a moment as Donald J. Trump, quote, well, I'm quoting him because this is what he said. Unless the auto pen did this. I've always had a really good relationship with Putin of Russia. Thanks, Don. We were like, who is this guy? But something has happened to him. He has gone absolutely crazy. Now, let me just ask you this. When the president of the United States talks about another really big guy as absolutely crazy, I'm going to go with we have instability. Oh, and just to let you know, I am well aware of instability. I am married. Huh? I have 6 daughters. Yeah? Oh, and Bravo knows crazy. You think my wife's crazy? You should meet the assistant. I actually had to bail Kitty out. That's where I'm at. Vegas. She's like, can you come get me? And I don't know what she does in Vegas, but she has a lot of money. See the bag over there with stuff in it? A Celine bag. This girl can shop. I know crazy. Oh, and here's currently why Trump is calling him crazy. Let's just blow up the world. Now I get it. They tried to kill him. Would kind of make you a little crazy too. Putin hit Zelensky. I mean, not as hard as Macron just got hit in the face. Again, like this is just okay. So let me rewind. 300 drones. This is what Putin just wiped out Zelensky. Not as bad as this cat. This is the world, you guys. This is the instability. You're like, I thought my marriage was bad. Where Macron is currently getting beaten up in the face by his wife. That would be battery. If you think for some reason that this whole shat show that is going on in the world by these leaders, can you just imagine they're just like, what do I have to live for? Just push the button. I mean, look at these absolute whack jobs that are running these countries. Look at Macron in 1993. If you didn't know this, this is just sit down for this one. Just when you thought your marriage was bad. At the age of, we'll round up a few months, she's 40 years old. She met a 15-year-old. Hey, Macron. In high school, where she's the teacher. She is a teacher that she's 40, he's 15. If you want to round up, he's 16, I don't care. Where she was the teacher, he was a student and a classmate. Now, this isn't maybe. This is like straight up what happened. Here, it was a student and a classmate of her daughter. It's her daughter's classmate. Bridget then quickly divorced 2006 and married Macron in 2007. I think she's like 95 years old now. But these are the people that are running countries. They have like nuclear capabilities. I could just see Trump. He's like, oh, that guy's crazy. Let's just blow him up. Hold on. Let me just pause a tariff for a second. Oh, hey, look, the market went up. Oh, wait, hold on. I have a press. Hold on. Let me speak to the press. All right, guys. So we're going to cut all spending. We got this new enforcement. I mean, I feel like I have not been gaslit more than, Bush? No new taxes? I don't even know. At least, evil shows its cards. It's just so bad. I know this sounds crazy. I want a recession. I want to clear out the fat. I want people to buckle down. Sorry, we didn't need you. You're gone. You're fired. You go to jail. Let's reset this thing. Let's allow capitalism to work. But everyone's like, you know what? Let's just go into a hell of a lot of more debt. Hey, if Japan did it and it worked for Japan, it's going to work for us. Just to let you know, they just stopped doing the bond thing and buying the bond thing. You know, it happens over here. We're a little bit behind Japan. Well, it's coming untied. So much that the second they're like, yeah, maybe we won't buy the bonds. Oh boy, look at yields go. You know that that's our next hand, own TLT. Now, when that is going to get played out, you mean like TLT trade that I've been underwater for, thanks Steve Van Meter, for 15,000 years. I'm actually going to do a wash sale in December. I've held that sucker underwater for 3 years, sell it, and then the painful thing after 30 days, you buy it. I know, like, oh, well, hello, dead dog. Go sit over there. I'll give you a little water and some, kibble. But I'll take the loss. Yes, this is all in the courses. So I take the loss, and then I rebuy it 30 days, and the government says, that's okay. And then hopefully it goes up. If not, hey, at least I save some money on my car insurance. Let's take a look at Japan. I'll give you a little explanation here. I'll break it down. What is happening in Japan? Well, in 45 days, this is how fast everything changes. Even the carry trade. Everyone was thinking when the carry trade and yields just balloon, they're like, well, someone has to be dumping this stuff. It must be China. It must be Japan. It was hedge funds. If anyone ever asks you who controls the bond market, just tell them hedge funds. That was just, I'm on the phone with all my macro friends. Is this even possible? No, it's not possible. You're right. A few days, a week goes by. It's possible. But in 45 days, Japan's 30-year government bond yield rose a massive 100 points to a record 3.20. And this is a safe haven when it comes to debt, living in a debt-based system. I would recommend that gold is safer. It just doesn't do the interest thing, like 3.2% or 5% or 10%. But if you are going to buy gold, please know, are you buying at the top? Are you buying at the bottom? I will teach you step by step. You don't need anyone's course on how to buy gold. Just don't want you getting ripped off. Check this out. Over 500 billion. That's a $500 billion worth of safe 40-year. This is how bad it is when you have to go out to 40 years. Japanese government bonds have lost 20% in a little more than a month. So the safe haven, you're like, but that's Japan. Larry, who do you think's buying our debt? And all it took was for Japan to go, you know what? We're gonna take a break here for a minute. After years of buying bonds, the BOJ stopped doing so. And guys, what you're seeing right now is it's all running out. See, you can do things for a certain amount of time, and then it's kind of not working, especially when they own 52%. This is all domestic. They own more than half. What happens when they own all of it? I'm pretty sure our government, Trump, I don't know about Trump, Scott Bessent, he knows like once we do away with the regulations, everything goes crazy. Everyone starts putting on the ceiling, the popcorn ceilings, regulate everything. It's okay, you guys, that crypto's totally deregulated right now. If you are in it, please be very careful. The pump and dumps are historic. And our government is like, you can do that with crypto. For all you crypto bros down here in Vegas, hello. Just know, Bitcoin is cool. Altcoins, be careful. And there is YouTubers out there that will work with these projects. And these projects will give them a large percent of their company. Then the YouTuber, the influencers will come out and go, oh my gosh, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Coin goes up, their wallets explode, they dump, and they buy my indicators, and they know the top, and they short it on the way down. Also known as a pump and dump. And I've actually done videos about these people on my channel back in the day. That's when I was like, you know what, I'm going to go after these evil YouTubers. And those were my best performing videos, but I'll tell you, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. And I'm not going to name any names because I don't need like attorneys calling me. I could throw out some big names and you know all these names. I really want to. But I really quickly bent the knee. I will. I'll be like, all right, but I'll tell you guys, look, stay away. The biggest Ponzi scheme of them all is the bond market. It doesn't even exist. Your dollar doesn't exist. Nothing. The money in your bank doesn't exist. Nothing exists. And then with all this stuff that doesn't exist, I know, crazy, right? Loans. Where is that loan? I don't know. But they're paying me back with interest. I just teach you to use that, and then your digits go up. And then you could jam over to Vegas to bail out your assistants, make poor choices in Las Vegas. And that's what money does. It solves problems. Think of all the problems that money can solve. If you have daddy issues and your dad's like, money is the root of all evil, like, you should never have it, blah, blah, blah. I'm probably guessing that dad might not be able to solve a lot of problems. Just look at Donald Trump for an example. The dude can solve problems. I mean, I wish he'd solve more. Right now, I think we're just kind of focusing on, I'm going to make a whole lot of money. I mean, the rich, oh my gosh. Deregulate all this? Let's show me the money. But with money, you can go, oh, okay, well, I'll buy that. I'll solve that. All right, that doesn't exist. Okay, we'll do away with you, this and that. You can even come to Vegas and try it out. Take $100, put it under your car. You know, when you check in, be like, $100 under there. There's cameras, and you're like, just in case there's like maybe a better room, poof, you're in a better room. You try to get into a club. Oh, it's been booked for 6 months. Have $1,000 and be like, hey, there's $1,000 up. Come right in. The only way that money does not solve problems is in family law. She'll always want more. But now back to, I'm a complete idiot. I don't know anything. Breaking, U.S. stock market futures rise as President Trump is given back his phone at 11 p.m., says he agrees to move the 50% EU tariffs from June 1st to July 9th. What is that? A month and a week? So the futures, oh my gosh, they're up 0.3. I say, wow, go all in, Chuck. I mean, minus this, where do you, what do you want me to draw? This is called an island. You see, this is an island, and it has no children on it. So this means Macron and Gates and all leaders will not visit this island. You know why? Because this is a reversal. This is going to go down. But yes, it might go up. You need to break you got to get above here and find support and go higher. This is called a bear market bounce. And I said, oh, look, there's a gap. I said, this is exactly what's going to happen. And again, we made a shat ton of money on the way up. Now we're all making a shat ton of money on the way down. And I do think big picture here, I'm going to give you some, we're going to chill out on the doom and gloom for a second. I'm going to give you some hope. We rule the world in AI. So that means we're going to rule the world. Doug warns whoever wins the AI race controls the world. I'm going over that in my course. It is mind-blowing. And if you know me, there's only two things that can blow me. My mind and my car, the wheel. I'd love to show you the statistics on how we are winning this, but you got to access the data. I don't want to pay the money. Oh, and just also bringing it back to my point of instability. Bomb data center, Eric Schmidt warns AI race could spark global conflict. You think? That's down the road, so you don't have to worry about that. What you need to worry about right now is everyone is out of their mind. Everyone has lost their mind. Everyone is crazy. Bond markets are so unstable. That is the system that you live in. Everything's debt. It's a debt-based system. 98% of money is only debt. I mean, most people think money is the paper stuff, but that's okay. You could do that. Right now, all the banks, everyone is recession. We're going into recession, whether you like it or not. They're going to scream from the mountaintops as they say, please hold my bags. As we all make money on the way down, they're like, no, recession. We avoid it. Trump tweeted, U.S. banks amass a lot of commas, cash stockpile in just 3 months as lenders abruptly hoard assets. As the market heads down on Friday, as rising bond yields give stock market investors the yips. This at the same time, everyone's maxed out financially. The rise and fall of plastic perks, everyone's maxed out. You want to know where the growth came from? Because you put it on the card. You can't pay it off. It's rising, higher interest rates. There goes your job. Oh, and just in case you want to know where we're going with the stock market so you can make money on it, we still got to go down. Remember when we came up and you put in this gap right here? Well, you have not. You gotta come down here. This is $5,719.03. You have an island top that's gonna get filled just like it did on the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which it went up. See, it goes purple. That's as far as you can stretch that rubber band. It runs exactly into, well, my little bands here. It would be Market Oracle Plus. These are all links I show you. That is the quantum reactor right there. Slammed right into that. Just barely eked up past that 200. Now you put in a short and wee all the way home. And the Qs, Same thing, kids. You got to fill this gap. You're going to come down. You might actually bounce here on the 200. So this could be a reversal. So I'm not saying, oh, go short the whole time. No, we go long, we go short. I have a watch list, my bull market watch list. I have to raise price on that. Sorry, you guys. I was going down the list of all my watch lists. I went 1 to 2, just finished my options. All those darn tariffs, right? Inflation, got to raise prices. But for the trolls that are like, you said it was going to go up. You said it was going to go. Would you come here just look, watch, I show you. People that learn how to do this, it's the emails. You don't have to email. No, we all see it. It's like, how does it predict this? And at some point, if you could get past the hair and who is this clown? And you start to go, wow, this is making sense. Wow, my digits go up. Wow, I can solve problems. This guy isn't so stupid after all. Take advantage of the Memorial Day sale, and I love you. I will see you tomorrow. Unless Kitty does something else, who knows?